parti. Et on va découvrir le petit jeu. Normalement, il y a le sous-titre français, j'ai tout fait ça bien.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota
Déjà,
Shaw.
apparemment, il n'y a pas les sous-titres, alors attendez. Pourtant, ils sont bien activés. Je ne comprends pas.
Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Alors, qui êtes-vous? Ouais, bon bah.
Exactly. Rewind.
Ok, j'ai pas compris. What? J'ai pas compris ce qu'il fallait faire. Non mais non, du coup, si je repasse tout... Pourquoi il y a une poubelle? Qu'est-ce que je dois faire? Si je fais la poubelle, ça fait quoi?
You know why you're here, don't you?
Oh...
The dead girl.
Ah.
And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Ben ouais.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
Ok.
Splendid.
Je sais pas si la poubelle c'est le
If
pas
someone
répondre,
so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is
Dans la
celebrating the
poire,
return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old basset hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
Bah aussi longtemps que ça
Yes.
prendra, écoute.
The chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Non, pas encore.
Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. Yeah, it's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Peut-être plus tard, j'ai pas le time. Je vais me voir ma chambre.
I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
La dernière à
Good.
gauche. Je sais
We're
pas quel
neighbors.
numéro, mais c'est la
Just
dernière à
knock.
gauche.
If you need me.
Merde, j'ai pas lu. C'est...
No
Ah,
thicker
elle...
than its fingers, but longer. Involuntary gags,
il est-
reflexive, struggling. As a worm wriggled around my tongue and throat, coated with
Ok, moi c'est le 4. Donc elle c'est la 1. Après il y a quelqu'un dans la 2, il y a quelqu'un dans la 3, mais je sais pas qui c'est. Super, on est vachement aidés quoi. Voilà, il fait le tour du proprio. Savoir que ça c'est les anciens jeux de les interactives. Du coup ça sent rien que dans les menus et tout, ça se sent. Après, j'ai l'impression aussi que les jeux d'acteurs c'est ça a bien évolué depuis le temps. Partir métamorphe. Ouais, donc nous là, on va dire que c'est tourné dans le surnaturel. On a la capacité de pouvoir se transformer en plusieurs personnes, de ce que j'ai compris. Mais apparemment, on n'a pas le droit de se changer en enfant.
a new life with the bag lady's worm inside my brain.
Ah d'accord.
Small talk with the servers at the restaurant.
C'est-à-dire quoi? Il
Not this one. The worm had to be told
Rendre visite au
incessantly.
chef. Vas-y.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Je suis
Well, we
Sam.
both know that's
Salut.
not true.
Sam ne boit
But I
pas.
like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers. Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered.
Ah merde.
Because they
Je
predicted
pense que
it.
c'était la meuf qui
The old
regardait
one,
dans les cartes là.
Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Bon, je vais essayer.
Okay.
De toute façon, si
I'll
j'aurais
be
dit non,
telling
j'aurais pas
everyone
eu le
that
choix.
you've
De toute
been
façon.
hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork. Your old town?
Alors, je suis pas au courant de mes problèmes.
Come
Moi.
and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Ah voilà, ça
What
peut
do you want to
être
know?
la gérante.
She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you?
Non.
Yesterday, Monday the 9th, at approximately 9 p.m., according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius. In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Rien.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone. Not
Moi, je
much.
suis pas plus aidé. Hein.
Perhaps you should do some investigating.
Vas-y, je me casse.
Oh.
It's called the Screaming
Je
Monk.
rentre dans la maison d'hôte.
Legend has it that this monk, called Busan, accidentally glimpsed Queen Ankhesenemon undressing, the wife of King
Qu'est-ce
Tut.
qu'on peut faire avec la radio?
The king ordered
Éteindre, hop, elle m'a cassé les couilles. Tais-toi. Bah écoute, on va tous aller
Has
les
she
voir.
been to see Chief DuPont already?
Ah, d'accord. Ah ouais, c'est vrai, on doit pas mettre de godasses.
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Oula, je commence à utiliser des termes. Oulala.
I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Elle avait un petit ami.
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's
Ouais, mais
not
justement,
great for my
je suis là pour
reputation,
trouver
is
le
it?
coupable.
Stay at
Dégagez pas.
Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Waouh. Oh là, elle commence à stresser là. Tu vois, elle gratte le genou.
No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking.
Bah déjà, tu te souviens plus ce que t'as fait hier. Alors,
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
D'ailleurs, je viens de penser que j'ai pas changé le titre de mon live. Attends. Je vais le changer depuis l'autre PC, comme ça m'évitera de faire des retours Windows. De toute façon, là, j'ai le temps de répondre, tu vois. Contrairement aux autres jeux, j'ai le time. Donc... Wait 2 secondes. Je sais pas... S'il connaît le jeu, par contre. C'est quoi, je vais l'appeler comme ça, tant pis. Tant pis, tant pis. Tac. Tac. Et tac. Normalement, ça va changer le titre. Voilà. On est reparti. Alors, de la schizophrénie, bon, la schizophrénie.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Moi, je suis pas docteur, moi. Tu vois, elle stress. Ça se voit, stress. Bon, la radio ne fonctionne plus, je l'ai éteinte.
Sam, is it? I'm
Ah, c'est
sensing
celle
you're not
qui
here
lisait
for a
les
reason.
cartes, ça.
Chief DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death.
Vous avez prédit ça.
We
Ouais.
saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me,
Ça, entre
Sam.
prédire et faire,
We're
c'est une
on the same
différence, hein.
team.
Vous y avez vu l'année
In my
dernière.
room reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed.
Est-ce que t'as vu
I'm
Violette?
assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Ouais. Bon, elle m'a pas vraiment aidé, elle.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes up at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in.
Parce qu'elle a l'air vachement souriant pour sa copine soit morte, quand même.
I didn't know her.
Ah non, bah ça,
I know
la
she was
connaissais
called
pas.
Rota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there. Spoken like the true killer, posing as a detective, trying to frame someone else for the murder.
Comment on
We
dit?
did
Faudrait
a
que je
reading.
retourne dans ma chambre pour voir si je
A
peux me
group
changer.
reading, actually, with a special tarot deck. You get it piecemeal, not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
Ah, je crois qu'ils ont oublié un N, la talentueuse, c'est taltueuse. Parlez-moi du paquet de cartes spécial de tarot que faisiez-vous la nuit
I
dernière?
was in my room,
Ouais, bah, tout le monde était dans sa chambre.
praying,
Ouais.
actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work. My prayer that the girl would be safe. Mercury, it's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Mhm.
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Bon, on va la revoir. Écoute. Ah, me revoilà. Salut. Ah, elle commence à stresser, elle.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them.
Ouais, mais je m'en fous, je veux le voir. Casse pas les couilles.
Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Non.
There's nothing particularly special about it, apart from
Mais je veux
where
voir.
it's from, what it does, and how it behaves.
Bordel. Ouais, j'ai pas eu un indice bizarre. Ouais, je sais pas. Putain, du coup, elle veut pas me le montrer. Yo, Andy, ça va la forme? Bon, aller voir Lexi.
Hi.
Ah,
Sam, is
salut.
it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Oh. Alors, chelou,
I don't know anyone in this town.
Ouais,
except
ça va,
for
la
Bronwyn
forme.
and Rain, obviously. And Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
La mort.
Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time.
La plupart du temps. C'est-à-dire que parfois, ouais.
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, Swords in general are bad.
Alors déjà si le 5 c'est mauvais, alors 10. Alors le papy va bien mort de rire. Ouais, normalement je joue ce soir. Bah il y a l'event ce soir. Comment que c'est où?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No.
T'imagines, on aurait dit ouais, c'est comme ma grande sœur, mais elle a tué la meuf.
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Ils sont
I
vraiment
didn't say
chelous.
job. I said job. Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
J'ai rien compris.
No, you don't. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
C'est pas possible. C'est pas possible parce que Browin a été avec dans sa chambre à Browin. Justement, Plot dit que c'est...
You can ask Bronwyn. We were together. Not together together. That sounded kinkier than meant it to.
Oh, ça va partir en couille cette histoire, mon chéri. Tu sais quoi, je vais aller là.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Et là, je peux me transformer. Normalement, je peux me transformer en elle, puis aller poser des questions.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Et là, je peux partir et aller voir les mecs et meufs pour avoir...
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you. Okay. No, thank you.
Ah, il y a des voix.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Did you sleep well last?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi.
Tu vois, elle a dit, elle est restée dans sa chambre, et de l'autre côté, Lexi a dit comme quoi ils étaient tous les deux dans sa chambre, Alexis, c'est n'importe.
What
Déjà,
makes
les
you
deux.
think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Ça, le truc chelou. Tu sais quoi, je vais aller dans ma chambre, je vais changer en elle. Et je vais aller voir Bruni.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Et on va aller voir Bruni. On va aller la manger.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Violet. I didn't see her last night, did you?
You think she's the murderer?
I have no idea. They're both redheads. Maybe August has a club.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds...
If one of your crew did murder Rose...
Par contre, ça va être long de prendre tous les personnages, elle allait parler à tout le monde à chaque fois. Puis voilà, au niveau des réponses, ça m'aide pas vraiment.
Something's weird, isn't it? Everyone seems strange today.
C'est qui bon? Ah, c'est peut-être
How are
bon.
you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Tu vois, putain, ça m'aide en rien, quoi. Bien, je vais prendre elle. Et je vais aller voir tout le monde. Déjà, j'ai été voir... Ouais, ça fout, allez, casse-toi. J'ai déjà été voir Brownies, là.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you...
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
Why do you think the... How do...
We didn't know she was definitely going to die. Only that she was definitely in danger of dying. Tarot cards can tell you a lot when you...
Aucun truc pour déjà avoir une piste, tu vois. Tiens, puis regarde, tu choisis une question, il te retourne à l'envers et au final, ça va pas du tout.
Is everything okay? Ignore the mess, I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages.
Oh,
I didn't come into your room, did I?
Le bluff à mort, wow.
No.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
Elle bluffe à mort. Attends, je vais essayer de retourner la voir. Oh, attends, je peux rien faire, fait chier. Mais elle bluffe à mort, elle. Elle essaie de cacher quelque chose. C'est obligé. On va prendre elle. Je sais pas pourquoi je peux prendre le flic là.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Putain, puis t'as intérêt à choisir tes questions parce que
Ron,
tu te foires, tu dois dégager
something
direct.
doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter.
Sur Steam,
Just have to try
il y a
and stop
les
it.
packs. Mais là, il m'en manque un et ça me fait chier. Les autres, je les ai déjà.
Stop it?
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
Ouais, moi aussi.
Bron,
Après, l'autre, c'est
you're
les
acting
anciens,
weird.
c'est leurs anciens, ça. Tu vois que ça a bien changé rien qu'à la
still
chute
you?
et tout, quoi.
No.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
Ah, je fais peur. Réinlexion.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Putain, regarde-toi ça. Ça aide en rien, quoi. Donc, je l'ai fait. Je sais plus si je l'ai fait la dernière, là. J'ai un doute. Après, je prendrais le détective, enfin, le flic, là. Enfin, je sais même pas s'il est flic. Ah! Ah bah, elle est pas là. Ah bah, salut! J'ai pris qui, là? J'ai pris qui? Ah, je suis Rain. Ouais, là. Oh.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
What we did last night?
As far as Sam's concerned, me and Lexi were together and you were praying in your room. It's half true at least.
Putain, toi t'as à bien choisir tes réponses quoi, après il t'envoie balader.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Crime of passion? Psychopathic tendencies?
Maybe.
Elle suit ses cartes, hein. Peut-être c'est un crime passionnel.
Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe that's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Putain. Je l'ai pas fait, je crois. On va voir. Ah si, j'ai déjà été dire bonjour. J'ai déjà fait. Je crois que je l'ai peut-être déjà fait. Hein. Ouais, je l'ai déjà fait. Bah, je vais prendre le flic là qui m'a envoyé là. Il ne reste que lui, hein. Après, faut que je retourne à Sam. Mais j'ai aucune preuve, enfin pas des preuves, même pas de...
How's Bronwyn been?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
Ouais, ou t'as rien marqué aussi.
How could you...
I don't know. Which
T'as pris une
is
pilule?
exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
Non, mais qui te dit que c'est le vrai Claude? C'est ça le problème.
Chief Dupont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really?
Does it bother you, Chief Dupont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist. You're a murderer. You're a con artist.
You're gonna need to do some more research, Chief. That's just not true.
Ouais. Bah, escroc, je sais pas pourquoi, mais peut-être escroc à partir des cartes, mais...
Good evening, Chief Dupont.
Dupont?
Dorota's family. What does the tarot say about...
I can do a reading, if you want.
Bah ouais, vas-y.
Yes.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never...
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character. If you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble
quoi,
with the
D&D?
police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent.
Ouais, mais elle cache pas mal de trucs, Lexi, quand même. Elle est chelou dans ses réponses.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about... What? Tell me about Bronwyn.
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on her. Bron can vouch for me.
Ouais, mais le problème, c'est que Bronwyn, elle a dit qu'elle était dans sa chambre avec toi. Toi, tu dis l'inverse, tu dis qu'elle était dans ta chambre avec elle.
Tell me about...
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader?
No, and she hasn't killed this time. Nice try, though.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
Eh ben, je suis pas plus avancé.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Alors, elle aime être mouillée, j'ai pas envie de savoir. Oh putain, il y a des chapitres en plus. Bah, de toute façon, avec Sam, j'ai été voir tout le monde.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright? Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them. Oscar? Have you spoken to him yet? It's not him. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Dorota's boyfriend Oscar is in the clear as far as I'm concerned, but I'm still waiting to hear what he tells you. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand.
Ouais, mais c'est chelou. D'autres, t'as l'autre que c'est quand elle répond, c'est chelou, et l'autre, c'est pas ce qu'elle a fait la nuit dernière.
Who are you? Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them. Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No, no one. She was really popular.
Mm-hmm.
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place you could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet. Not hidden. Well, she liked it. Liked me to watch. Not other guys. Just, she had these, you know, voyeur fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
She'd ask me to hide in the upstairs closet. And then she'd walk in and strip off. Start touching herself.
Bon, ça commence à partir en couille.
I came out before she'd finished. I'm sorry, is this helping with the investigation? Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke. Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5. Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
Il a l'air assez serein quand même. Bah, là, le copain, c'est la première fois que je le vois de toute façon. Donc, en fait, c'est le copain de la meuf qui est morte.
Not
Mais
much.
il a l'air assez
They obviously
serein, il est
haven't
pas
seen
triste
me.
ni rien, gars. Il est
In a
assez
minute.
souriant.
They wanted Dorota to focus on the
Bizarre.
music.
C'est chelou. Il me dit rien, lui.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
Oh, bah, tu sais, entre
Rain says he was praying in his room. Roman and Lex, the tarot
Je l'ai déjà lu,
was
je l'ai déjà
Oscar's
lu.
one. According to Oscar, Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but that's it.
Bon, on retourne là-bas, hein. Bah, je sais pas, il y a plusieurs gens, ils sont chelous. Déjà, t'as la gérante, elle se souvient plus de la nuit dernière, ce qu'elle a fait. T'as Alexis, à chaque fois quand elle répond, elle est hasardeuse. T'as le copain, qui est assez souriant dans ses réponses. Attends, je peux rien faire.
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Oula.
The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam? She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Bah, elle fait ce qu'elle veut après. Hein. Sam, c'est nous. C'est un détective métamorphe. En gros, je peux. À chaque fois que je parle à quelqu'un, je peux me transformer en quelqu'un pour aller poser des questions à d'autres.
Ask Zach Weston.
Genre là, j'étais voir le copain, c'est la première fois que je le vois, je suis sûr que je peux aller dans ma chambre, me transformer en lui pour aller poser des questions aux autres, tu vois.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking. At Weston's photographic, off the high road. It's late, but he's always there.
Bah, je serai obligé de le faire de toute façon.
I have a good memory. I'm still holding
T'as une bonne
grudges from
mémoire,
when
mais
I
tu
was
sais plus ce que
four.
t'as fait hier, quoi. Super. Je me prends moi pour un jambon, là.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort. You lie once, and you just have to keep going, don't you? Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down our necks, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically, it'd be true. To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
Mm-hmm.
I was logged into Tarotism. It's a phone reading service, and I get paid by the minute. Which, now that I'm saying it, it's not something I really should be bragging about.
Oh là là, mais ils cachent tellement tous leur jeu, quoi. Mais ils sont tous stressés. C'est ça le truc.
Sam.
Y'a que lui. Lui, il est
What can I do for
détendu,
you?
mais il a rien à BD, lui.
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name. It kinda did. It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards. But considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise. No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a Sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Oh, parce qu'ils sont vachement souriants quand même pour avoir assisté à un meurtre la nuit dernière quand même.
We're trying to save people.
Ça a pas l'air de fonctionner.
I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Non, vas-y, tu peux parler.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it. Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name.
Lui parler,
It spelled out the rota. Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveller who died here.
Oh, j'ai rien compris.
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Ouais, là tu parles loin pour moi. Allez, salut.
Hi Sam, back from more already? No, I think Bronwyn met him though. You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say. I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble? It was only a little white lie, nothing else. It wasn't even that much of a lie. We're both here, in the guest house. We just happened to be in different rooms. If I had proof, Bron wouldn't have made this all up. I'm sorry, Sam, I really am. I know how this must look, but I couldn't kill anything, honest. Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device.
Sa copine, elle est chelou. La gérante, elle est chelou.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that. We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me? Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
C'est bizarre qu'on peut pas aller voir la chambre de Dorota là pour voir s'il y a pas, ils ont pas laissé de traces ou quoi.
I know, mind blowing. Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Bah, je sais pas.
Oh, did you now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Bien.
Cheeky? Are you flirting with me?
Oh. Allez, on va dire ouais.
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
Je vais peut-être avoir une touche avec Lexi.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out.
Ah, bah c'est maintenant que tu me le dis, toi. Là, tu vois, je peux me transformer en ce copain. Par contre, fallait que je me transforme en elle, puis aller voir Rain.
Hi, I'm Bron.
Ouais, Brownies, ouais, c'est... Allez, dégage, hop. Il faut que j'aille voir Rain. Oula.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading?
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Ron, are you okay?
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Hop. Salut gosse, ça va?
I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
Does anyone really care that Dorota is dead?
I'm truly sorry about Dorota.
On va se rouler les couilles. Sans... Reine, Nixie.
Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet...
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
T'as toujours une histoire de...
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me
Toujours une
dancing
histoire de
around in
placard, hein?
underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our...
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes. Yes.
Then stop with the cloak and dagger stuff, alright?
Putain, j'aurais dû dire non, peut-être. Si je dis non, bah elle dit t'es où? Ah, attends, je peux aller... Oh lolo. Putain, même avec les autres personnes, je peux aller... Je peux aller voir les flics et tout. Si je prends lui...
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Ok. Je peux rien dire. Ok, il est pas là. Bah, il est où, là? Il est pas là. Ou c'est peut-être qu'il veut pas me voir. Il veut pas me voir. Attends, c'est moi, il y avait un truc, là. Oh, peut-être on peut voir quelque chose dedans.
Oscar? What are you doing here?
Je sais pas.
I want to have...
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men? Just do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now.
Attends, il dit de te cacher dans la chambre de Brolin. Je ne sais pas. Oh là là. Commence à être compliqué.
Hello.
Tu sais plus en qui te changer, quoi. Ok, je peux rien dire.
I changed.
That's impossible. I was in that room praying the entire time.
Ouais, ça m'aide pas. Elle est pas là. Mais ouais, qu'est-ce qui branle? Ils sont jamais là.
Why is Sam still questioning me? Do I need to bring up Mr. Hedges again?
Are you threatening me?
Qu'est-ce qu'il me fait?
Exactly.
What?
Mr. Hedges. The man you asked me to put up, who then, you know, died. And then we buried him together so nobody would find out any of this ringing any bells.
Wow.
We
Il y a des trucs
buried
chelous
someone
entre eux deux là.
together.
Not literally speaking. You took the body and you said you'd bury it, but, you know, I'm an accomplice. We'd both be going down.
Oula, je viens d'apprendre quelque chose là. Le flic avec
You
Violette.
have a recognizable knock, Chief Dupont.
Do you know Dorota's boyfriend?
I've met him once, yes.
Just the once?
This morning.
What did you talk about?
The weather and some other things which I'm not at liberty to discuss. Feel free to ask him, though.
Bon, je commence à tourner en rond. Il est pas là, super. Et elle est pas là, super.
Chief Dupont, there's been loads of people coming around asking questions. I don't even know half of them.
Did Dorota collect coins?
Not that I know of. She collected thimbles. She said she didn't need any. She had hard calluses on her fingers from all the cello.
Have you looked in Dorota's bedroom?
Not since the murder. There's still a load of my stuff in there. I climb in through the window, but it's on the
Ouais,
third
peut-être je
floor.
pourrais y aller.
Bronwyn.
I know, I agree. Because she tipped you off. If I manage to get into her room, what am I looking for again?
Anything that ties her to the murder.
Okay. That sounds easier said than done, though.
Mhm. Elle, je l'ai fait. Je sais pas comment je peux aller dans sa chambre à Brownies. Ça, je peux rien faire. Je suis pas là. Pas là. Après, la radio... il y a peut-être un truc avec la radio, mais je l'écoute pas. Là.
Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning? The one I told you about? Yes.
What did he want?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Oula. Pas en considérant ce qu'il m'a demandé de faire. Mais il t'a demandé de faire quoi?
I feel
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves.
job.
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
No. Stop being silly.
Est-ce que je peux prendre lui aller voir Brownie là? Merde. Parce qu'il me dit, ouais, pas ce qu'il m'a demandé de faire, mais quoi? Je vais prendre lui.
Ah, Rain, can I help?
About
Was there a problem?
my tap was dripping.
Dripping? Maybe I was in my bedroom. That's out of bounds to you.
C'est rien quoi.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's not?
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveler.
A traveler from where?
Ah, c'est le jeu de Traveler, c'est un jeu de plateau, j'y ai déjà joué, je crois.
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
Putain, mais là, il parle toujours de Birmingham, je sais pas quoi là, mais.
What do you think of...
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam like...
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
Ça va les chevilles? Bon, il est pas là. Et il est pas là. Super. Bah en fait la radio ça part, mais en plus on a même pas les traductions donc regarde.
And chase the rest of the street off. That spring, we.
C'est dur d'avoir un son sonore quoi.
I'm truly sorry.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for. I
Pieced together fragments of tendons. Expelled for some scandal involved. Most of them for he had wisdom. He taught me how the universe.
Est-ce que je peux leur parler là?
As the concrete rises up.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy. Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract
Bah, elle peut être utile, mais déjà faut comprendre ce qu'ils disent quoi. C'est ça le truc. Ça, il n'y a pas de traduction, donc je sais peut-être pas des infos à avoir.
Salt air assaults my nostrils. I arrive to a of the Golden Gate Bridge. The sun is breathtaking.
La radio, je peux rien y faire aussi. Juste l'éteindre ou partir.
I climb over the 4-foot fence.
Non, je peux... ça fait rien en fait.
The railings
ça parle,
below. Arms wide.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay.
In ancient times, why might people wear this?
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
Mais je sais pas qui c'est Zach.
Perhaps go and ask him about it? Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Ça m'aide en rien. Salut!
No? Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
Ta-da!
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I'd want you to tell me. Thanks, Sam. Don't let me mourn if I shouldn't. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
Putain, je pense qu'il allait vraiment me montrer.
Sorry,
putain,
we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Il me fait penser au mec dans Pentatonix. Hein.
Yes. What do you want? I already told the police. She did all those things of her own accord.
Bah, le problème, c'est qu'ils sont pas mariés, en fait, eux deux.
Oh! Dorota Shaw. Sorry. I'm afraid I didn't know her that well.
Bah...
For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
Qu'est-ce qu'on doit voir?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl.
T'es sérieux, Taux?
That's all.
Regarde comment il regarde les photos.
What do you mean? Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography. Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends, I suppose. She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Friends, yes. I know Violet very well. Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex. Here. I'm usually here most nights. Only the roof rats.
And made his way back to the bedroom with Uni in soft pursuit. Nola was awake. Not even she could sleep through Uni's wake-up calls.
Qu'est-ce que je pourrais faire? Regarde le pervers, ouais, clairement. Par contre, ah si, je peux me transformer en lui. Je vais prendre lui, j'allais voir Violette. J'allais savoir leur relation.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota. Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that...
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
Si tu savais.
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
Oula.
She didn't throw herself at me.
The boudoir
Jalousie.
sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You saw the photos?
I've seen all your photos, Zach. All of them.
Non, moi j'ai bien envie de les voir, écoute.
Dr. Thatcher's black BMW is strewn on its side.
Là, je suis sûr qu'ils vont pas être là.
Wall.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here.
And with my back against
Ok,
it,
je reviens. Oh, bah non, il est
take
parti.
all 8 shots before. He's fast.
Oula, attends, pourquoi
Too
j'ai
fast
choisi
for Jimmy.
Brownie et Lexis et 2 fois la
She
chambre
tore straight through his, pulling out his spine like an after.
Si je prends elle et que
There's
je
no
prends
way
le
I'm dying
taxi
like that.
pour
No
aller
way.
voir Zach.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
I came over. Did you hear about Dorota?
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here. Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Renting directly for me. The second shot. The third misses. She vaults from the puddle at the base of the ramp, her hospital gown smothered
Voilà,
in
par
blood.
contre, j'ai pas vraiment de choix.
The
Hein.
fourth hits a square in the chest. I put another. The seventh to a stagger. The eighth forces her
Personne qui est là, gauche.
just a few feet.
Ah, par contre, attends, je peux pas. Je peux pas me transformer en aux deux là. The fuck. Pourquoi je peux pas me transformer aux deux là?
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
What's left is my sobbing. Sprinklers.
Non. Pardon.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
T'as quoi, jusqu'à 20h Putain, mais je suis là pour faire une enquête et...
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds,
Et on
looking for
me
reading
cale à la
work.
porte, what the fuck?
Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw. Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Honest disapproval.
C'est-à-dire que peut-être quelqu'un a été... Ça serait peut-être Violette, hein? Parce qu'on se souvient plus ce qu'elle a fait l'année dernière.
Piercing the chair's upholstery. Here.
Là, elle a été contaminée.
Good girl.
Et au final, elle a fait des actes qu'elle se rappelle pas, en fait, tu vois. On va peut-être gueuler dans le...
Cry, baby pen. Pull yourself together.
Du coup, j'étais voir tout, là. J'ai tout
After
fait.
a couple of weeks, fat roll shrank away. An attic mouse she was keeping.
Je pense que j'ai tout fait. Hein. Je vais retourner à Sam.
There had been. It was a...
It's 8 o'clock and time for another.
Ok, là, à 20h, je peux aller voir Alexis. Elle m'a dit à 20h,
Police
je peux venir.
investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast.
On s'en bat les couilles. Du temps, au bout d'un moment, on s'en bat les couilles.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
The 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
Eh bah si.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up.
Ouais, mais même
I get
au même
it.
moment.
But we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
Ah, mais c'est la meuf de la radio, ça,
You can have
Alice
it
Munro.
back.
I personally just use it to flatten bed sheets.
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
Mm-hmm.
This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. I'm not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other multiple times. Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be. That doesn't make any sense.
Tu l'as dit?
She was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
Ou toi?
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already.
Ouais, un peu.
We've been partners
Là,
for
tu
2
vois,
years now.
on commence à arriver là où
He's a
tu
good
disais
guy.
dans la radio, tu vois. Mais directement en personne.
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
Donc t'allais mourir?
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death.
Peut-être.
Or mine.
Aussi.
Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt.
Ouais, je me fais
Sam?
peur.
You forgot your phone.
He stood and raised his foot. It would have to be a good one. Harder even than a magpie.
Attends, est-ce que je peux lui reparler? Non.
The kitten's skull
Putain, m'a fait
was
peur.
softer than expected. It caved.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Putain, mais je vais avoir combien de chevaux?
shutting his eyes hard, faced the sight. Work, of course. Bumped to the floor as over to inspect the darkening towel.
Non, ça je m'en fous.
Blood trickled along the groove of the floor tiles, and she lowered her head to...
Qu'est-ce que j'allais faire? Je vais rester avec Sam, je vais essayer de retourner voir Bronies là.
He just needed a moment.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing. Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead. Yes, of course, anything. I've already been doing that, but sure, I'll keep at it. A little bit.
A little
What
bit.
did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it? Three attempts? Yes, that's likely. But 3 victims? That's up to you, Sam. No pressure.
Mais c'est quoi le rapport avec Ellis et Dorota? C'est ça le truc, en fait.
Was it a gold coin? That's more of a serial killer thing than a possessed by a traveler thing. It's a bit showy, but well, there's no guarantees. No. I can do a reading if you want.
Vas-y.
Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that...
Attends, il y a un truc chelou avec lui et Violette.
Sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
She wants
Il y a un truc chelou avec lui et Violette. Whoa.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia.
Alors,
She's
si
over
je peux me
9
changer en
and
elle...
she's a maths genius. Hello. I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise, I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name?
Je suis le croque-mitaine.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know
Parce
a
que dans la
secret?
tête, je pourrais me transformer en elle, mais on m'a dit de ne pas se transformer en enfant.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you? She has a wicked imagination for her age. Do you think you're sitting here now? Perception is reality, Sam.
J'ai peur de nous voir transformer en enfant, c'est pour ça.
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently.
Merci à toi, Kinley Wings 674 pour ton follow, bienvenue à toi.
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up. No.
Comme par hasard.
Not even the moon. I don't really want to. About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. Cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
Ah, parce qu'il y a une
It's
deuxième
happened
fois.
5 times.
5 fois, putain.
Even on clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal. As far as I know, I've gone. It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners. Being
Vraiment chelou comme meuf, elle.
experimented on. They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts. Bruises. Memories.
C'est pour ça qu'elle se souvenait de rien, ça se trouve, elle a été en.
Of course.
Elle a
Poe
été
and
kidnappée
Monroe.
hier soir.
She's on
Bah,
the
kidnappée.
radio.
C'était marrant. Ça.
Maybe it's true that the devil.
Ouais, j'ai été la voir.
Tonight.
Yes, I met her at the radio station.
Bah, tout le monde va à la station rajoute, c'est moi.
I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free. In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other.
Bordel.
We couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity. The Butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveller.
Stumble a bit, just a blow.
Ouais, il faut des trucs sans leur consentement,
asking
quoi.
to get rolled.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
Bah, aide-moi.
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. Who's that? Is he a suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
A couple walk on the
Une
other
minute.
side of the
Et après là,
street.
je retourne, c'est bon? Non? Putain, elle est longue, hein. Elle se prépare pas, en fait.
I sense he has slipped into the dark of a door.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Lucky a second time. It still tore my head apart when the beast came.
Bon,
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
De grosses nouvelles sur Rain. Oula.
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam.
21 ans, bizarrement, je crois qu'elle avait 21 ans aussi, là.
And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. What's behind you?
Oh, quand même bien.
Had to feed the beast.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Ah d'accord, il se barre comme ça, quoi, lui, tranquille.
I went freelance as soon as I could manage to earn.
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest. Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Si tu savais.
There surely must be others. Damn, then why me?
Attends, y'avait pas quelqu'un là?
To the
Oh
beast,
putain, je
so
peux pas
that.
revoir le...
But everyone senses
Je jure, on aurait dit qu'il y avait quelqu'un à la fenêtre.
with the monstrosity.
Putain, je vais plus revoir
Player only.
l'image. Putain, fais chier, bon, tant pis.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. Heavens no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my loins. Monroe and I are good friends, that's all. Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctors' surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think
Non,
she's
mais
in
en
danger?
fait, je comprends pas le rapport entre les deux, c'est ça?
Tarot. Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show,
Ouais, c'est l'autre,
doing
Ryan.
tarot readings to
Je lui ai
answer
demandé tout à l'heure.
listener questions. We said we'd think about it. You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town. This one. They slaughtered everyone. Men, women, children. All dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. No one knows.
Je crois qu'elle est en dessous de la maison.
Built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening.
Prochain chapitre.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe?
Il faut la surveiller. Je vais la protéger.
Monroe's a
chez elle.
local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me? That's all I needed to hear.
Je vais essayer.
Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it gonna be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call him now? Or are we just supposed to wait? I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably gonna have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me. That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
Alors là, je sens bien la connerie. Ça se trouve, ils sont peut-être deux. Quelqu'un attend déjà dans son placard. Du coup, je veux dire, vous êtes juste en sécurité. Attends, elle est partie où? Peut-être les ovnis, tu sais.
Alice, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam? I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come see me in my office.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Sam, I have some bad news.
Vous êtes la
We've
prochaine
done a
victime.
group reading, and it's you.
Ah, bah voilà.
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different. I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Oh là, ça me fait des petites bises. Oh là là.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing. But no one's even attempted to kill you yet.
Ouais, et qui me dit que c'est peut-être pas toi?
Enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam? Who should
Oh
I
non,
arrest?
vas-y, me demande. Oh.
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial.
Bah tu vois, moi c'est les trois suspects que j'ai aussi.
Who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Ah ouais, d'accord, t'as carrément toute la liste. Bah moi, pourquoi je tuerais les gens alors qu'on vient de me demander de chercher après, je sais pas. Chef du pont, il est chelou parce que le mec était chez Elise pendant que je disais que je la surveillais. Mais apparemment, il y a eu d'autres affaires. Donc ça se trouve, c'est lui qui est venu me tuer pour ébruiter... Enfin, éviter d'ébruiter la vérité, comme on dit. Lexi, elle est chelou dans ses réponses. Elle sait jamais comment répondre et elle est toujours en stress quand elle répond. Brownie, bah, autant que Lexi, bah, ils ont menti sur leur alibi. Elise et Pau, ils faisaient de la radio, je sais pas le rapport avec ce qu'il y a eu. Oscar, c'est le copain, il est parti chez sa tante, je sais pas où. Rain, c'est un ancien meurtrier qui se fait passer pour quelqu'un d'autre. Mais après, je vois aucun rapport avec tout le monde, mis à part avec Oscar, c'était son copain. Zach, il a fait des photos avec. Violette, voilà, pas plus que ça. Je sais pas. J'en sais rien, honnêtement. J'ai vraiment pas de preuves concrètes. Donc, mis à part Reign, chef du pont, honnêtement, je le sens moyen. J'ai peur de me tromper, mais je sais pas s'ils vont nous montrer la vérité, tu sais. Qui l'a tué. Je sais pas qui prendre. Parce que vraiment, j'ai... Mis à part comme lui, Violette, Zach, Rain, voilà, c'est vraiment les trois suspects, entre guillemets. Mais je sais vraiment pas qui choisir. Puis après, elle a été étranglée. Pendant qu'elle dormait. Tu vois, puis là, ça... Ils disent pas comment, mais là, imagine, elle a étranglé avec sa cravate. Je sais pas. Honnêtement, je sais pas. Après, faut faire un choix, de toute façon, donc... J'ai peur de faire une bourde. Mais après, j'ai peur de faire une bourde, envoyer quelqu'un en prison alors que c'était pas lui, mais pas de savoir qui l'a tué. Et de devoir refaire tout le jeu pour trouver le vrai assassin. Je sais pas, honnêtement, même lui, là, le chef, j'y crois moyen. Ouais, écoute, on va rester sur le crime passionnel. Je vais dire Rain.
Rain? Agreed. He's got no corroborated alibis for any key times, and he's one of those tarot muppets who I suspected all along. I was right when I said Bronwyn, because I knew it was one of them. I just didn't know which one. I'll pick him up. Just be careful tonight, Sam. If you've not done your job properly, the killer's still out there.
Oh la pute.
You asked for these earlier.
Ah, non.
Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
Je pense que c'était elle. Peut-être.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows.
Les victimes sont les plus dangereuses. Bah, le problème c'est que la victime c'est une routine.
The glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Oh, il part en couille, Paul.
Sam, you're awake. How convenient.
Je me suis pas endormi là, on est
I'm
d'accord.
sorry, I am going to have to kill you.
Oh non, c'était
Sorry, what was
elle.
that? I can't quite understand you with all that tape over your mouth. But you know too much.
Putain, c'était elle.
And you're getting annoying. I had to kill those girls. Zach doesn't know what he's doing. He loves me, not them. So I've seen the pictures. Those little whores. They're not marriage material. I'm marriage material.
Non, elle est vraiment déterre avec son pistolet, je crois.
Keep killing those little bitches until he wakes up. But in the meantime, I have to deal with you, Sam. Zach,
Sorry, Violet.
is that you? Oh my god, it is you. Here, let me untie you.
Oh,
It was you all
oh
along.
mec, je peux changer
It
la
was
donne.
Sam all along. That's so sweet. You wanted to be with me, but you didn't want me to know it was you. You've been looking after me as Sam, haven't you? Oh, Zach, I'm so happy it was you. So happy. Oh, I hope you can forgive me. I don't want to strangle anyone else, and now we're together. It's just perfect.
Sorry, Violet.
Oh, ça va, j'ai pu changer
Good
la
work,
donne.
Sam. Jealousy is one hell of a motive.
Oh putain.
Violet's one hell of a woman. I can't say I'm not disappointed. I've known Violet for years. It's just so unlike her. Let's see if we can get a confession out of her now. I'm thinking it's not going to be easy. Go get some rest. I'll catch up with you in the morning.
Et ça se trouve, c'était pas elle. Ça se trouve, ils étaient deux. Je suis sûr, ils sont deux. Violette et le chef. Parce que, bizarrement, le chef, il voulait défendre Violette. Il pensait que c'était pas elle, donc ça se trouve, il essaie de prendre sa
Hello,
défense.
sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive. There is no next victim. Violet's locked up. She's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... Will you?
Vas-y, je te
Really? Oh, Sam.
Je vais rester avec Lexi.
Wonderful.
Oh, comme toi, je suis pas collant, moi.
Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. A Lexi hug.
Trop bien. Donc j'ai pas un cas du mec?
Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
Allez, on va dire, je ressens la même
Tu?
chose.
I'm the happiest girl in the world. We have some catching up to do.
Whoa.
Sam, you're alive. That's great.
Et lui, je le sens pas parce que c'est un
Thanks for
ancien
thinking I
menteur.
was the killer, by the way. You and me, we're gonna have some trust issues for a while. Well, don't worry, I'll forgive you. Eventually. Look, I don't know if Bron asked in the end, but I hope you're coming with us. I really do.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye.
Ah, d'accord. Attends, c'était un
People
bisou
do
ou...
horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad that someone like you around to save us.
Elle m'a fait un bisou, elle m'a
I
embrassé. là.
mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me. Sam, you already did. That's why I'm here talking to you. And I won't forget it. Heroes don't always get on the news, but they always burn bright in the hearts of the people they save. You have an impact, Sam. Everyone does. They just forget. Keep saving people for me, you hear? Bye, Sam.
Ah, d'accord, elle m'embrasse là. La
Sam, you
coquine.
did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the
Ah,
murders.
je viens de capter qu'il y a le même poste à gauche que la meuf.
Well done.
Merci, merci.
I hear you're leaving town with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame. You were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August.
Merci, chef. Mais je suis
And
sûr
I've
que
stuck
lui,
to
il
my
pue du
word.
cul, lui.
That problem you had,
Je suis sûr qu'il était une mèche avec Violette.
the coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be. You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
Eh, c'était chaud quand même. Hein. Bon, ça va, j'ai pu retourner la situation juste à la fin.
I am
Vu que
Dorota.
j'étais métamorphe.
I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a
Ah, on voit
scholarship
enfin
to Juilliard.
c'est un truc à la radio.
I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time.
Ah, il date de
I want to
2018
make
le jeu.
better choices.
Je pensais qu'il était plus vieux.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Oh! J'avais oublié lui.
Because you did well.
Ah, ouais.
And you know what happens when you do well? Augmentation.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Waouh, j'ai une mise à jour. Trop bien. J'ai monté dans l'open. La fin peut-être. Ah oui, c'est vrai qu'il y avait un DLC. Entrer dans le débriefing secret.
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human?
Bah ouais.
Debrief complete. Agent ready. You can go.